Apologies for my allergies. If you've been following me from Norway, you know that sometimes I suffer from allergies. Do you guys remember in Variety the article that Meghan Markle paid for? Do you know there was a part in that little video she did that they're talking about her changing the laws, and they put, I feel so embarrassed. It's actually embarrassing to talk about this. And they put some clips of her on Suits sitting behind the desk or accompanying this, as though she's a lawyer. Of course they're not going to put the ones where she's taking off her clothes or she's naked with that Patrick guy or having sex. But it's so funny. She's using that thing from that show where she's looking like a secretary or whatever. She's looking, like a lawyer, to imply to people that she's been to the Senate. I don't know what the fuck. It's really scary to watch. Scary and funny. I don't know. Please, as usual, leave your comments. People's Choice Awards. Howie Mandel takes it back and defends Meghan. Can Charles invite Harry? And yes, it's law that if you're not residing in the United Kingdom nor domicile, you cannot be Counselor of State. So please leave your comments on the video, like, share, and subscribe. Hello, beautiful people. I had a meeting with my producer, Siri Matanovich, and even though I have strict allergies, horrible allergies, those who have been following me since Norway, you know that I suffer from allergies. So I wasn't going to do the video, but I just couldn't help myself today. It's incredible. On TikTok, I have tried to post twice. And this time, because I know it's a sensitive thing about Nazis and stuff like that, I try to post a couple of pictures of Prince Harry when he wore the Nazi uniform, and I have openly asked if this is okay. Why isn't he being called for that, right? And both times, the videos, the TikTok, have been taken down for community violations, for hate. Even though I was very careful and I only said, how can he that have apologized for that? And, I pointed at the pictures. How can he be still not canceled or something like that? And I asked him to apologize for it right now. Because, people are going back 10 years, finding a tweet of 10 years and basically canceling people. And here we have Harry dressed up as a Nazi, partying it away with his friends, wearing a black face and a Ku Klux Klan. And nobody's calling him out on it. Now, we have Howie Mandel has come to Meghan Markle's defense. Howie Mandel. He's saying that Meghan Markle didn't say anything bad about the show. Ay, Dios mío, dame paciencia. Did he not hear the podcast? Clearly he hadn't, because otherwise he would have known that Meghan Markle said that show in particular objectified her, denigrated her, that it was a terrible, terrible thing that scarred her for life, because she's talking in a podcast right now so many years afterwards. Yet he's going on saying, no, she didn't mean anything by it. She just wanted something better. You're a sellout, Howie Mandel. You're a sellout. Because the other ladies who stood up for you, you just slapped them in the face. Meghan Markle didn't want something better. What did she go on to do? After a couple of years, she managed to get a blowjob scene at 90210, then given another blowjob to a guy on a movie set. She was hot girl this, hot girl that. And then in Suits, she spent almost all her time taking off a towel, in her underwear, having sex. So I guess just opening a briefcase in a nice little outfit was the meaning, but what she went to subsequently do was spectacular. So Howie Mandel is a sellout. What do you guys think? Please let me know, because what do you guys think? It's incredible that he comes out and said, clearly he did not hear the podcast, because the whole podcast was about how terrible that experience was, in spite of the fact that she earned almost $28,000 just for, 34 appearances. I think it was for about a week, because they would tape like 4 or 5 shows in a day. So she just went in, got as much cash as she needed or wanted. She thought, I have $28,000, I have enough. and then I'm leaving. And yeah, and the burger thing that she was very proud of. That burger commercial she was proud of, right, City, right? Right? We talked about it, remember? Yeah, City was telling me that. And it's like, how dare you, Howie Mandel? You're such a pussy. I swear to God. The reason why the other lady spoke out is because what Meghan was saying wasn't true. This is something that she chose to do. She knew the job description, and yet she chose to go on it. Then she can't go years later and say, in order to have something to talk about in that podcast, because she doesn't have anything to talk about. This is a woman just like Harry who has lived a pretty good life, a very privileged life. Yes, not at the royal level, but at a very wealthy level. I mean, not everybody goes from kindergarten all the way to university to private schools paid for by daddy. And you never hear Meghan Markle say, oh, I had to waitress, I had to do this, I had to do that. No. She had a nice car. She never had a car with a broken door. It has been confirmed already. And yet Hollywood's still going on about it. So Howie Mandel is a sellout. I posted a long thing that Harry Markle, and I strongly, strongly encourage you to read Harry Markle's blog, because he's basically stating the same thing I am, which is law. If you go take a look at it, people say, oh, but he's domiciled. No. He's permanently residing abroad. Harry already lost his domicile status by his actions. In order to lose your domicile status, you have to publicly state that you no longer live in the United Kingdom, that somewhere else is your home, and that you have to have strong ties to the other home. Having a vacation home somewhere doesn't make you domiciled there. So I left that big thing on my community just prior to this video. So you go read it, because people are ignoring the law. King Charles is ignoring the law. Parliament is ignoring the law. The House of Lords, they're all ignoring the law that says that in order for a person to be a counselor of state, they have to be in the bloody country, and he's not. And this is in black and white. And they're still ignoring and finding ways to remove Harry as counselor of state. Please. Now, let's call things for what they are. Meghan Markle podcast or monologue are shit. They're complete shit. And let's face it, Spotify has paid huge amounts of money on advertising. Any other podcasters, they don't need to advertise. They just do their stuff and it goes to number one, like Joe Rogan, Conan O'Brien, or whatever. They had to advertise, put posters. They had to fake the numbers. They have to get bot farms in order to get her to number one, even though everybody knew that she wasn't number one. Now she's been nominated for the People's Choice Award. Somebody, I guess she got her bot farm to submit, because, these are people who nominated. So these are a bunch of people's or emails created. You don't even have to verify that you are a person. You just have to have your email and send a suggestion. You sign in, blah, 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 and you suggest this thing. All these bot farms trying to nominate. They've nominated Meghan Markle for People's Choice Award for her podcast. About what? Everything about I think that there is a special section for liars and fantasists, because everything she has said and done in those podcasts are lies. She has never, first she said she never suffered racism until she met Harry. And then she said that, she suffered racism. Then she said she's 43% Nigerian. I don't know where the fuck she got that, because what happened, to her Maltese, we all know that never existed. But, if we go by what she's put out there on videos, what happened to her Maltese descendant, her white Irish descendant? On her mother's side, you have white and black. Okay? And Nigeria is not a genealogy thing. Nigeria is composed of many, many different, she should have been more specific as to what blood she has, that she claims she has from Nigeria. Because, it's with this woman. So, yeah, she's going to People's Choice Award, because this is how much money Spotify is throwing at this, because they are doubling down that, oh, she was a success. She was a success. You know, they have to justify all their money thrown away. Now, for people, you know, like I posted a little video about, you know, how Harry fucked up that job. And I'm sorry, it's just I'm a bit upset today and the allergies are bothering me. But a simple job description is be a prince, show yourself there. We're going to give you a cost. You're going to get about $4 million a year of cash fund money. We're going to pay for everything for you. And not only that, you're going to have access to the real black book of important people, which now Meghan Markle has access to, thanks to Harry. And you can call them at a drop of the hat and they will answer. Now, not that very many are answering, you know, their calls, but he still has access to some, you know. So why, can somebody please explain to me, when people say that money doesn't help, money's not everything, it is everything for Meghan Markle. Because thanks to that, she is, I mean, this is a woman whose Spotify monologues are shit. Is that the best? Is that what people are really aspiring to? That they think that's the best? That's the culture we're in right now. You know, that's the culture we're in. By the way, guys, go watch The Good Nurse. Oh my God, that was a good movie. I loved it. And I still stand by Blonde being shit. I really hated that movie. I mean, I just kept at it because I thought something, you know, I was too stubborn to give it up. And then I was just, you know. And, but yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think that Meghan is going to the People's Choice Awards because real people are voting for her? Or is it a bot farm? Or is it Spotify paid for to make her feel well? Good. Why are people catering still to this woman? She is a D-list. I stand by this. She's a D-list gutter woman whose major, and you know what's so funny, in the Variety interview that she did, they posted these things. Oh my God, that's so embarrassing. They posted these things from her on Suits playing a lawyer, not the naked ones, of course, but her sitting behind the desk, her sitting this, and then they go and say Meghan Markle is changing the laws and blah blah blah. And you know what, Piers Morgan, quit calling her the Duchess. You're the only one, or a few people, you know, other than this Sugars. He keeps calling her Duchess, validating the fact that she's, you know, she's not allowed to use that title because she's in the United States of America and she's an American citizen. Jamie Lee Curtis has a very aristocratic title and she doesn't get to use it because she's an American. Okay? But, I mean, do you guys think that Harry, and this is another thing. They say, oh, Harry was invited to Buckingham Palace, to the UK for Christmas, but he snubbed it. I don't think he was invited. But, you know, all these things being put out there, because King Charles is not taking decisive action. And please don't tell me, oh, they haven't updated the website. Yes, they have. They've changed Harry's 6th in line to the throne to 5th in line to the throne. Okay? There's still that in that website. Why are they still there? They don't even live in the United Kingdom. Prince Harry and Meghan quit. They said they don't want to be there. They said that they found freedom in California. And yet there's, you know, this is like a business refusing to let go of two disgruntled employees who trash him all over the world. Would any company with any common sense keep two disgruntled employees who publicly keep trashing the company in their website? Would they keep him? Please answer that question for me. Because what will it take for Parliament, the House of Lords, to get some balls and say to King Charles, enough? Because Parliament can tell the monarch what to do. It is a constitutional monarchy, not an absolute one. But nobody has a pair. Nobody has a pair. It seems that only Samantha has a pair. And guys, I want you to send Samantha Markle love. She's going through some really difficult times right now. People think that suing is cheap. Oh, it's easy. It's not. It's not. And she is going through some rough times. You know, she's disabled. Her illness is affecting her. To please send her some love. I so admire her. You know, we all have faults. We all have faults. You know, Sadie keeps telling me that I have faults, but this is a woman who has, you know, who's brave, and she's taken on a machine, a huge woke PR machine to clear up her name. That takes balls. She's doing more than the monarchy is doing right now. And the only reason I keep going at it, that Meghan and Harry are successful in the United States, it's because the monarchy, parliament, and the House of Lords have allowed this woman to commit perjury, to lie, to slander a nation, falsely calling a nation racist, and the press. Even though using the race card in the United Kingdom is illegal, it's a crime. Committing perjury, it's a crime. Because nothing happens, as I've always been telling you, things escalate. Please write to the palace, write to Parliament, urging them to urge the king to remove them from the royal website. And also reminding them of the law, because apparently, even though they're a bunch of lawyers and they have all these people, they choose to ignore the fact that Harry must be residing in domicile. He already gave up his domicile status when he publicly stated that his new home was the United Kingdom and that he has serious roots there. His child was born there, his wife is from there. He has also publicly stated he doesn't like the United Kingdom. Just because they're allowing him to rent Frogmore, it doesn't mean he's domiciled there. That's not even a technicality. So please let me know what you think.